To The Lion King. Today's dish is all presented by Stone Academy. Disney's new film blew past expectations with a huge box office opening.
I'm not at all surprised. The reboot of the 1994 animated classic made an estimated $531 million worldwide in the first 10 days of the release. It's the biggest July opening weekend ever.
That was all directed by Jon
Favreau.
There you go. The Lion King has had an all-star cast that includes Beyonce, Donald Glover, John Oliver, and Seth Rogen, all lending their voice to the film.
I'm pretty excited to see it.
Are you going to see it?
Yeah, but I may be a little bit more excited to talk about the Avengers. You know I'm a big fan. It's my thing.
It's true.
Avengers Endgame is now the highest grossing film of all time. I believe it. The superhero movie has now brought in more than $2.7 billion worldwide. Not that Teresa cares.
Well, I probably should see it at this point.
You will
right?
someday, when Dante's bigger.
Maybe. James Cameron's science fiction film Avatar held the top spot for 10 years. Endgame shattered records when it opened in late April, making $1.2 billion around the world on its debut. But Avatar will have a chance to take back its box office crown from Endgame. Disney is planning some sequels.
All right, that's cool. I don't know, though. I think Endgame will stay.
You loved it that much.
It was really...
You saw it twice, right? Did you see it in the theater twice?
It was pretty epic.
Okay.
And we heard more about it this weekend at Comic-Con in San Diego. It had plenty of big names and reveals, but one presentation left everyone talking about multiple upcoming movies.
Yeah, the studio introducing fans to a new chapter, or phase 4 of the Marvel universe, including what many are calling the most diverse superhero lineup ever. The new heroes include the master of Kung Fu, Shang-Chi.
I think so.
All right. A reboot to Blade, now played by two-time Oscar winner
Mahershala Ali.
I'm glad you finished this because you are the movie buff today.
Yeah. Natalie Portman's Jane Foster returns, taking charge of the Hammer in Thor: Love and Thunder. That was a surprise to me, and I think it'd be cool. And the highly anticipated standalone film Black Widow, starring Scarlett Johansson. Now, the film to be released will be the Black Widow movie next May. I'm excited for that. I was Black Widow for one Halloween.
Were you?
I was. I wore the red wig, the whole thing.
Wow. What was the superhero power? What did the Black Widow do?
Oh, Black Widow? She does all kinds of things.
She does. Okay, I have to
And
just
she had
brush
big
up
news
on
in Endgame, which I don't want to say.
Because it'll give it away.
She kicks butt, says Lou.
There you go.
I toned down what he said a little
Sarah.
bit. You're right, I tried. I really tried.
All right, happy birthday to the prince today. Prince George celebrates his 6th birthday.
And he is so cute. To mark the occasion, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge shared 3 new pictures of their son. 2 of the photos were taken in the garden of their home at Kensington Palace, and the other was taken while on holiday.
Now, all were snapped by Kate Middleton herself. He was born July 22nd, 2013 at St. Mary's Hospital in London. He's the oldest child of Britain's Prince William and Catherine, Duchess of Cambridge.
He's seriously cute. Now, George is currently 3rd in line for the British throne, right behind his father and grandfather, Prince Charles, the Prince of Wales.
So we'll probably see him take the throne at some point.
They're such a cute family.
I know. I like them a lot.
Meghan and Harry, yeah, it's all fun.
All right, some animals got a nice treat trying to stay cool during the extreme heat. The Brookfield Zoo outside of Chicago gave out frozen treats to the bears, a rhino, and a tiger as the temperatures soared over the weekend.
That's right. Now, some of the treats were filled with fruits and veggies. Others had bones and meat. Some other animals needed more help to stay cool. For instance, the reindeers have water misters so that they can cool off, and other animals are hanging out indoors to avoid the sun.
I mean, I guess you don't think about that. It must be pretty
My
hot
son
for them,
volunteers at a farm, and they really watched the horses this weekend.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah.
All right, there was a close encounter during a fishing trip off the coast of Cape Cod, and the whole thing was caught on camera.
This is crazy. Look at this. A group of adults and kids were out on a boat reeling in their catch. Whoa! When out of nowhere, a great white shark came hurling out of the water and bit the fish in half.
Yikes.
The shark then went right back in the water after coming very close.
Oh, that little guy's like, I am getting
guy.
away from the side of the boat here.
That's something he will never forget. I want to see it one more time here.
Slow-mo.
And they didn't expect this?
Oh,
wow.
Not.
That's wild.
We
need Ryan to stay away from those.
I hope he's not near any sharks.
Don't get near the sharks, Ryan.
All right, The Bachelorette, the finale is just a week away. Do you follow this show? No, me neither.
All about Marvel, not The Bachelorette.
There you go. And tonight, the men are in the hot seat telling all.
So ABC's Abby Boudreau has a first look behind the scenes.
I'm a grown woman and can make my own decisions, and I'm not strapped to a man right now.
It's been a wild ride, from the Luke P. drama to so many men falling in love.
I love Hannah. I love you.
We're ready for tonight's Men Tell All, where GMA got a first-hand look to find out exactly what that heartbreak felt like for some of the suitors.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. You're looking for your fourth lady, and I know that I'm not that fourth lady.
For Mike, he says he just wasn't the one.
I wasn't her person. I respect it. Absolutely sucks to hear because I think I bring a lot to the table. Hannah wasn't my lady. The hardest thing was just to watch Luke talk so bad about us behind our backs.
Let me just explain to her what's going on here.
Because he truly says one thing, but then says a totally different thing when he's in front of people or a camera.
As for Dylan, he has nothing but respect.
I'm really proud of the maturation process she's kind of gone through and to kind of overcome everything that she has and to end up obviously sending Luke P home and be as confident as she is.
Her confidence shining, even in spite of all the haters.
I definitely have critics out there that have different opinions of what I should and shouldn't do, but I think it is really important as a woman that I am able to be empowered, and I think being empowered means having power to make my own decisions. It's over. Come on.
As for Luke P., Hannah is over it. You're done.
I'm done.
You are so done.
Yeah. His name shall not be spoken anymore.
And now for a sneak peek into tonight's episode.
Honestly, did I sit around being like, who am I going to have sex with in the fantasy suites? No, I didn't. That wasn't something planned. That wasn't something that really was everybody's business to know.
Are you really telling me that you never said, don't judge me about the fantasy suites because I won't be using that for sex?
I did not say that. You didn't have one, so maybe you don't know, but the fantasy suites aren't used for sex.
For Good Morning America, Abby Boudreau, ABC News, Los Angeles.
Can you wait?
Such
Set the
drama.
DVR. All right, we love giving away free money here on CT Style, and we have a new Living Local deal this week, and it features Old Mystic